Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're still watching The Breakfast Show, and now we're going to talk about very interesting topic we tackled in the beginning of our episode, which is Hanan, my dear colleague, will be with you in this topic. Hanan.
Hello, Abir. Welcome back again, and we still had on our breakfast show of today, and now we are talking about very significant report about the re-emerging of the Egyptian diplomacy. This report had been issued by the GIS community, or GIS magazine. It's a firm located in London, and actually providing services and advisory and research services for business communities and policy makers. They are talking about the pivotal role of the Egyptian diplomacy. While the crisis in the Middle East and the volatile Middle East intensifying, the Egyptian diplomacy grows, and it's like re-emergence, as they called it, really, in this titled report. So, to know more about this report and the significance, really, of the pivotal role of the Egyptian diplomacy right away in the volatile Middle East, we are delighted to be joined over the phone by Mr. Rahman, journalist and political analyst. Very good morning to you, Mr. Amr.
And a very good morning to you. I'm even more delighted.
Well, of course, the Egyptian diplomacy has so significant constraints and constants. In terms of all the turbulent region and the crisis, above all, of course, the crisis of Gaza and the war on Gaza, how you can even, in terms of this report and in terms of constraints and constants of the Egyptian diplomacy, how you can even clarify the importance of this report right now?
I believe that that report is talking about the roots of the Egyptian diplomacy and the history of the Egyptian diplomacy, and as well as the importance of the great role of the Egyptian diplomacy to lead on the efforts accomplished in the region, in the Arabic East, as well as in harmony with the international community and the international diplomacies that are gathering, are achieving lots of steps, lots of situations positively towards the most important file and the most critical crisis in the Middle East and in the Arabic East, which is the Palestinian file. That crisis that was escalated into the Gazan file and the new occupation, the Zionist occupation to Gaza Strip. If you look at that role, you would find it going in a course that never changes. Never take look at the Egyptian role. You would find it step by step. We have never changed our situation. Only taken the side of our Arabic rights, the Arabic rights in the occupied land, in the last occupation in history, as most of the reporters and even thinkers are agreed upon. This is the last occupation. It's sooner or later it will be ended, and sooner or later the history will remember how Egypt confronted the huge challenge of a brutal occupation that is supported by the greater powers on earth in this time history, as well as we should also remember that the Egyptian diplomacy is just one side of the Egyptian efforts in this case, in this crisis, and that cause because we have, maybe today we are taking the diplomacy road, but we have went with brave hearts to war after war, defending the Arabic rights in that land since 1948 until this very moment we are talking about. This history is a whole to look at. We shouldn't just look at it partially in this period of time or that. We should look at it as a total look. The Egyptian diplomacy is crowning lots and lots of efforts and sacrifices that Egypt has paid willingly to save and to protect the Arabic rights and the occupied lands. And finally, we will be the conquerors in the end, whether with war or with diplomacy.
Mr. Amr, good morning to you. I would like you to tell me more about the challenges facing the Egyptian diplomacy concerning the Middle East climate now.
And a very good morning to you too, and the dear viewers. I believe if you're talking about the climate change.
No, I'm not talking about the climate change, about the challenges facing the Egyptian diplomacy in the Middle East climate now.
All right. We are talking about this very critical and important situation that Egypt is going through right now.
Yes.
I believe we are the main carrier of that burden.
Mm-hmm.
That too many countries around us or in the world wouldn't just even think about carrying, but we are willing to carry.
Yes.
We are proving day after day that Egypt is the main shield and armor of this Arabic nation, as well as we are still fighting with our diplomacy ways.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that diplomacy is the only way we can have, or we have lots of options, all in its time. Mm-hmm. But today, according to the changes that are going through right now, and the world is facing right now, and the turmoil that the whole world is going through right now, we are going through lots of crises, lots of wars are some vicious powers are trying to set fire, whether in the region, whether in the world. So we are wisely using our own wisdom, our own long-term experiences in that field. We are using today the card of diplomacy. But I believe that sometime in a very there will be a moment that we can change the game. We can change the whole course of the game. This is what the world realizes, and the world really knows that Egypt can do this. But we have taken the course of diplomacy so that if that road is ended without a result, there will be other roads and other means and other ways to obtain our own targets.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Amr, in terms of the political horizon of Egypt, and in terms of all the turbulences and all the Arab countries in the Middle East or in the region, like in Libya and Sudan, not only in Gaza, of course. We talk about many other hot spots in the African continent, and the commitments here of Egypt to solve all such troubles and crises through the diplomatic mechanism and diplomatic ways. And this all assured that Egypt is really a strategic partner, not only in the region of the Middle East, but also for the great super global powers like the EU, like the USA, like Russia and China. and they know that Egypt is a real heavyweight country, and they have got to coordinate and to work together with Egypt to solve such problems. How do you clarify this?
Well, as I have mentioned, that Egypt is the main shield and armor for the Arab world. We are the key country and the gate of the continent of Africa. And we are the leading leading country in this continent. So we have different dimensions to our own diplomacy and our own role in that field, especially after what they call it spring, the Arabic spring, which I would call it, I'd rather call it the Arabic autumn.
The Arab autumn, yep.
So we have lots of crises that was created or masterminded, to be exact, in this region, whether in Africa, whether in the Arab world, whether in the Middle East. Above all, we have our own best interest, our own national security to protect.
Yep.
Also, our own national security can never be protected without protecting our own national security or international security, continentally or regionally. All are connected.
Yep.
So if you look at this from the leadership eyes, you would see a huge task, a true huge and historical task, especially after the changes that was going around in the region and the whole world in the past maybe 50 years now. I believe that in Libya, in Sudan, in Gaza Strip, in Palestine, throughout all of those crises, Egyp's diplomacy has emerged and regained its powers again after some moments of weakness historically. In the beginning of this crisis, the revolutions and what gone with it, with chaos, with chaotic scenes that we have witnessed. Today, I believe we are regaining most of our powers, diplomacy, and all sorts of powers. Especially that our own diplomacy is protected by the most the strongest army in the region. I believe I am saying it with a belief and information, not just I'm talking as an Egyptian. I believe we have this strongest army that is protecting our own diplomacy. Our own diplomacy can never work alone without the sound of strength that the whole world only respects.
Mr. Amr, we are talking about the diplomatic activity, and Foreign Minister Badr Abdel is very active minister actually. How can Egypt benefit from this diplomatic activity in terms of economy and politics?
Well, it's all connected. Politics and economy are two faces of one coin.
Yes.
So if we are seeking stability and prosperity and a fruitful future of this region, we are fighting with our own, all of our effort to restrain, to have the position of power to achieve economical progress. Along with our own associates, our own neighbors, our own friendly powers, our own friendly countries, or the friendly powers regionally and internationally.
Yes.
So together, this is also an asset that is protecting our diplomacy. Our diplomacy is not just based on the military power, but also the economical power and the political power. These are based on a long heritage of the Egyptian role, the leading role in this region since the beginning of life on this earth.
Yeah. Yep. Mr. Amr, I would like to ask you about the core of the report issued by the GIS, which actually reflects the deep understanding of the political leadership of Egypt within the last 10 years for all the dimensions and security and all the turbulences, threats in the volatile Middle East, security, the reality of conflicts on the threats as well, and the repercussions as well for this. So how you analyze this as well?
To be specific, we are the only republic in the region that has survived the tsunami that the region has faced 14 or 15 years ago. That because we have that deep assets, that strong assets that we possess. We're not just a regime. We are a state. We are a country. We are a nation all by itself. I'm talking about the Egyptian nation. So all those powers has protected that country. We have used lots and lots of efforts to protect our own national security, our own borders, in time that all of the republics around us was facing truly collapse. Yeah. Without the Egyptian backup, without the Egyptian strong situation and defending role, we would have found that whole region in total division and in total chaos, just like the scheme was masterminded. As we are realizing today that what happened 15 years ago, it is just a part or the second phase of the Sykes-Picot agreement to divide and conquer. The last time it was politically, this time was chaotically, using all the vicious terroristic groups that was masterminded by the foreign intels, or the Mossad whatsoever. Today.
And we always remember the warnings of His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi of the repercussions of the Gaza war and the Ukrainian war on the whole world, which we are living and witnessing nowadays on all levels. I mean, politically, economically, socially, so in all domains.
Well, of course, those are lots of new dimensions or new doors. Yep. Of crises that are being ignited month after month, year after year. Who would have thought that the world will go on throughout or face that dramatic war between Russia and Ukraine? Who would have thought that such war would affect the economies, not just in Egypt, not just in the region, we're talking about the whole world? Who would have thought? Who would have thought that each and every time we find the world just about to face a new war or a new conflict, there are powers in this world that are working hard to ignite conflicts and wars in the whole world. And of course, in the Middle East and the Arabic East, in the heart of those schemes. But also, on the other hand, the world has Egypt. The world has Egypt. That is the main defender of peace, the main defender of humanity and the human rights, truly by action, not just words or not just laws that are applied according to some powers' agendas. We are seeking truly peace and prosperity and justice for this for the nations, whether the Arabic East or in Africa or the whole world.
Yes, Mr. Amr Abdel Rahman, journalist and political analyst, many thanks for being with us and have a nice day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a short break and we'll be right back.